Hey, what's going on, guys? Like Butter here, and I actually just walked in from my little vacation I took to Connecticut. I went down to visit some old friends that I haven't seen in a very long time. One of which I play on Xbox with a lot of times. So if you guys run on into us, his gamertag. Wow, I can't talk today because I'm not feeling very well. His gamertag is CT Gorilla. His name is Demo, and I want to do a little Gears of War 3 commentary tonight. And talk about how haunted this motherfucker's house is. Now, I stayed at his house for 3 days, and this was of course my first time staying there. And I know this is going to get a little, there's going to be some confliction here, because I know some people are skeptical about whether ghosts exist. Some people are going to 100% say that they've seen ghosts or that they witnessed ghosts. And, you know, this conflict is pretty common with this subject because it is something outside of what we are comfortable talking about. And, you know, I hear from people all the time, you know, oh, that this show is fake, that show is fake. And the reason for that is because some shows do fake things, you know, and it makes us kind of see past the reality of the subject. What I want to talk about today is my experiences at Demo's house. Now, when I first came into, when I first went to his house, I've been playing with my friend Demo for over, I think, 2 years on Xbox, and I've known him in person probably for 4 years. So maybe it was even longer, maybe like 3-4 years since we've been playing, and since we knew each other in real life. And he always told me that weird shit happened at his house, and I never really believed him. I'm not skeptical at all in ghosts. I've witnessed ghosts multiple times. I can't say I've seen a clear image of a ghost, but I know friends who have that, you know, mostly people that, you know, are very realistic. My friend Nick, like, that's a good example because he's actually was in the engineering program with me, so he's got that skeptic mind, and he even admits that he's witnessed some shit that he really cannot explain. And so I am a believer, indeed. I do believe that it is kind of ridiculous to say that there isn't something out there that we don't completely understand. Because if you're going to tell me that energy is, you know, it has to be either created or destroyed, or neither created nor destroyed, I mean, then where does it go? The energy takes a different form. And I just want to tell you guys a few of the stories, and maybe I'll start like a little series or something, because I have a bunch of ghost stories that I can tell you guys about. I can also tell you guys other stories that I've been told by my friends as well, which is actually pretty interesting. That has to do with you know, family members that passed away and stuff like that. And this is once again going to be one of the interactive videos. I think the last interactive video did very well. I was talking about the end of the world in 2012, and I had some very, very interesting comments. And so make sure to comment away on this video as well. I did read through all the comments, and I actually did learn a lot of stuff from you guys. And it's very interesting. I like doing videos like this. So first off, I've heard things at Demo's house when I'm playing Xbox with him. Now, he has a shitty little wireless mic that really doesn't pick up too much. It's not like, you know, an Astro or maybe even a Snowball, even though you can't use Snowballs for mics. But it picks up a lot of sound, and there's been times where I'll hear like a bang or something, and he'll say things like, yo, did you just hear that? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck was that? And you'll just hear a bunch of noises in his house. And I kind of kept it at, well, you live in a big house, you know, houses have to settle, and even though it's not a new house, you know, there's going to be creaks, there's going to be noises that you can't explain. The house is just going to make noises sometimes. And so I was just very skeptical about it, but I did believe him, though, because he's one of my good friends, and I know he wouldn't lie to me about anything. So when I went to his house, there was nothing weird about it. We walked in, I put my clothes down, we talked for a while. And I think it was either the first or second night that I was there. Me, him, and his older sister we were about to leave. Me and Demo, we were about to go out and pick up my other friend. and I think we were going out or something. I don't remember completely, but so she was asking us a bunch of questions, like she is. She's like the overprotective sister type. She just wanted to know where we were going and stuff. And when we were about to go out the door, because he has two doors, he has a door that goes out to the hallway, because I think he has, I think he rents his upstairs. It's kind of like an apartment, but not really. But anyways, so like there's another hallway outside of his door, and then there's the front door. And his front door is actually really annoying. Like, you have to like turn it, push, and then push really hard for the door to open, which is crazy because I don't know, the door's probably fucking broken or something. But the door was completely closed, and we were standing there, and all of a sudden you could hear the doorknob turn. Somebody pushed the door open, and the door came flying open. I could not believe it. So I ran down the couple of stairs, because there was just a few stairs till you got to the next door. I ran down there and looked outside, and there was nobody there. And I was like, well, that's pretty fucking strange. You know, I've never seen a heavy ass door like that go flying open on its own. And I know there's some explanations to this, like maybe the door wasn't closed all the way and the wind blew it open. But trust me, guys, this door was fucking so heavy. There's no way that this shit was gonna blow open like that. Maybe I could understand if the wind was blowing and it like creaked open or something, but this thing came flying open, and that kind of spooked me a little bit. But we just didn't think anything of it, and he certainly didn't think anything of it. I don't know if he's just used to it or what. I actually mentioned it a few times. He's like, yeah, dude, I told you, like, weird shit happens here. So then it was actually kind of weird, because when I went to go shut the door, like usually when there's wind, you can hear the wind blowing, and there was no wind outside whatsoever. And I went to shut the door, and the door, like it felt like somebody was pushing on the other side of the door. Like, it was almost like a really strong wind, but there was no wind. I know for a fact there was no wind. And so I pushed it, and I had to actually push it really hard, and then all of a sudden the door gave up and it closed. So I was like, what the I was like, this is really fucking weird. So I just kind of shook it off, didn't think anything of it. And then the next night when we were sleeping, it's weird because he has a lot of people who live in his house. He has a, you know, like I said, he has a younger brother, an older sister. So you think that most of the noises have to do with them, and sometimes it's not the case. Like, you'll hear a noise in the kitchen and there's no one in there, and it's not like a noise, it's like a smash and then somebody walking, stuff like that. It's just fucking ridiculous to even think about. And I started to just kind of I don't know, kind of like shake it off and not think too much of it, because you know, I've been around things like this before. I understand that, like, you know, if it was a, you know, a bad ghost and it was trying to harm us, it would have done it a while ago, and then they would have felt too uncomfortable to live there. So I wasn't scared. I just thought it was a little strange that we couldn't really explain where these noises were coming from. And then this is probably what spooked me out the most. Like, I think it was the third night I was there or the second night I was there. I'm not completely sure, but I was sleeping, and it was very cold in this house, very, very cold, and I had like this blanket on, but it was like one of those heavier blankets, so it was keeping me warm. And for some reason, like, I guess the blanket wasn't on me all the way, and it was actually down by my feet. And I'm a very light sleeper, so when I have somebody touch me in my sleep, I know that it's somebody's touching me. I usually wake up right away, and I felt the covers just as if, like, you know, if your mom, your sister, anybody came up and just tucked you in to the, like, the covers, like pulled it over you and then literally like pushed in the sides underneath you to tuck you in. That's what I felt. And I knew it wasn't Demo, because that'd be gay as fuck, and he's not like that. And my other friend George, he wouldn't have done that, because that's gay as fuck. You don't tuck your boys in. Like, if you give him a blanket or whatever, that's, you know, you don't tuck your boys in. And I know it wasn't his sister, because I don't think his sister was home that night. And if she was, it definitely wasn't her, because I talked to Demo about it. But anyways, this is the funny part, is after I got tucked in, I opened my eyes and I looked, and there was nobody in the room. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. Okay, and there was a couple more parts to this, but I'll leave this for the next video. Make sure to leave me some comments in the comment section if you guys have had any unexplained, you know, situations that you fucking had to deal with. And just let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. As always, likes are very, very appreciated. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for my nasally voice, but if you guys know me pretty well and been following my videos, you understand that I'm always sick for some strange reason. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Let's hear those ghost stories, guys. Peace!